Welcome you once again for the discussions about valence bond treatment of H2 molecule today. So this theory was put forward by Hitler and London in the year 1927. Okay, the first satisfactory explanations of this stability of the chemical bond and H2 molecule in particular was given by Hitler and London. Remember, in the year 1927, their method has been extended to more complicated molecules also. Therefore, it is known as valence bond treatment of valence bond method. So, consider in this H2 molecule concerned, consider two hydrogen atom with its own electron. Remember, if the hydrogen atoms are their ground state and they are sufficiently far apart, and then the wave functions of two hydrogen atom is written as psi1 equals to 1sa1 1sb2. This is equation 1. Suppose if the hydrogen atoms are their ground state, in their ground state, and they are sufficiently far apart, in such circumstances the wave functions of two hydrogen atoms are written as psi1 equals to 1sa1 into 1sb2, and in which I hope two electrons are there. Electron 1 is associated with 1sa and 2 is associated with 1sb. So because these atoms are sufficiently far apart, then the wave functions will be written as the product of these two, and these electrons are indistinguishable. That means the electrons are replaced here. Remember, so therefore the psi2 could be written as 1sp2 and 1sb1. Okay. So this is equation 2 as far as H2 molecule concerned according to the valence bond treatment. Okay, then we take the linear combinations of these two. Will give you the psi value, which must be equals to C1 psi1 plus C2 psi2. Okay, this is taken as a trial function for H2 molecule concern. Okay, this trial function is associated with circular determinant as well as circular equations. So, which circular equations and circular determinants are having non-trivial solutions. Therefore, this determinant must be equals to 0. Remember, it is 2 into 2 form of determinantal equations, because this molecule is having two valency electron, and this determinant is constituted with number of elements. Remember, so as far as this element concerned, here there are four different elements are available. Remember, so let us look at each of the elements of this determinant: S11, S12, H11, and H12. And we will go through its solutions also, because its solutions are very important as far as the energy calculations concerned. So by putting the solutions of these elements into the 2 into 2 form of secular determinant, one could get the Hitler-London secular determinant. By solving this Hitler-London secular determinant, one could get the energy expression for a hydrogen molecule. Here two energy states are there. One is E plus and another one is E minus. Okay, so E plus and E minus equals to -1 plus J plus or minus K 1 plus or minus S square is there. Here two, this equation, energy equation, includes two terms. First term is -1, second term is plus J plus or minus K divided by 1 plus or minus S square. Here -1 stands for, okay, the energy of the isolated ground state hydrogen atom it is. This is the energy of the ground state energy of the two this is an energy of H2 molecule which relative to the two isolated hydrogen atoms. So therefore this energy of this hydrogen molecule concerned, which must be equals to delta E plus or minus equals to J plus or minus K divided by 1 plus or minus S square. As I told, I mean there are four elements which are available in the secular equations. Now let us discuss about the solutions of these, I mean integrals in the 2 into 2 form of determinants. So S11 concerned, it is a double integration of dr1 into dr2, 1sa1, 1sb2 into 1sa1, 1s b2 it is. Okay, so that means it is a double integration of psi1 into psi1 into dr1 into dr2. Okay, this must be equals to 1 because these orbital, one is orbitals are normalized to 1. So that is why the S11 and S22s are equals to 1. If it is normalized, then only these elements are equals to 1. Okay, then go for the S12. This is overlapping integral. Remember, here it is also a double integration of dr1 into dr2 into 1sa1 into 1sb2 into 1sa2 into 1sb2. Here it is the product of psi1 into psi2 it is. Okay, so because one S12 is there, so here we have utilized these two ion wave function equations. So therefore one could separate these two separately, and thereby this will equals to S square. Okay, so the for normalized equations it must be equals to 1. For S12 and S21 concerned, this must be equals to S square, and remaining elements which are available in the 2 into 2 form of secular determinants are H11 and H12. It is monocentric. This one is polycentric because it is included with the two nuclei, isn't it? So therefore I mean integration leads to different solutions. I mean double integration of H11 gives minus 1 plus j, and the second one is H12 gives minus s square plus k. And all these solutions are combined into the equation 4, so that one could get the Hitler-London secular determinant. Okay, so by using the expressions that we have derived for various elements in the equation 4, the Hitler-London secular determinant for a H2 molecule could be derived, and by solving this secular determinant one could get E plus or minus. So this equation includes two terms, minus 1 and plus j plus or minus k divided by 1 plus or minus s square. So this minus 1 stands for the ground state energy of the two isolated hydrogen atom. It is, this is for the energy of hydrogen molecule which are relative to the two isolated hydrogen atoms. Okay, so with the help of this energy expression E plus and E minus, one could get the wave functions expression for I mean hydrogen molecule also, psi1 and psi2. If we incorporate E plus into the secular equations, one could get psi1. If we incorporate E2, E1 gives psi1, E2 gives psi2. Remember. So by putting I mean energy expression into the secular equations of the hydrogen molecule, one could get psi1 and psi2. For that reason, initially we have to calculate the energy associated with the hydrogen molecule, which are E plus or minus, E plus and E minus. Okay, E plus stands for J plus K divided by 1 plus S square. Okay, E minus stands for J minus K divided by 1 minus S square. Okay, so by this way, I hope one could, I hope discuss this, derive this wave functions as well as energy expressions. Okay. Okay. In the last discussions, we might have gone through the energy associated with the H2 molecule according to the valence bond treatment. Okay, this is put forward by Hitler and London in the year 1927. In this presentations, I would like to cover how one could derive the wave functions for H2 molecule, which are psi1 and psi2. In the earlier discussions, we have derived two energy equations, E plus and E minus, isn't it? With the help of energy expressions, one could get psi minus and psi plus. So, if we incorporate E plus into the any of the secular equations, 8 or 9, one could get psi plus value. If I put E minus into the any of these secular equations, one could get psi minus values for H2 molecule. So I have clearly mentioned the solutions of psi plus of H2 molecule in this presentations. Here just see first. Firstly, we have to recall the secular equations which are associated with the trial functions, as we discussed in the earlier presentations. Trial function means is a linear combination of psi1 and psi2, isn't it? So the psi1 means it is an wave functions of H2 two hydrogen atom it is, remember, and these hydrogen atoms are associated with its own electron, remember, they are indistinguishable also, therefore one could write psi2 also, psi1 and psi2. With the help of these psi1 and psi2, one could write the linear combination of wave function expression for H2. This will be the trial functions, remember. So that trial function must be associated with these two secular equations. Remember, to write this eighth equation, algebraic equations, one could simply use this, row values. Okay, so suppose first column is considering under C1 and second column is considering under C2. So for writing eight equations, one could use the first row values. For that, C1 into H11 minus ES1 plus C2 into H12 minus S12. Like that, one could write the ninth equations also. For that, one could use this. Row value, second row values. Okay, C1 into H12 minus ES2 plus C2 into H22 minus ES2. Okay, these two are the secular equations which must be equals to 0 only, because these two secular equations are having non-trivial solutions. Okay, so remember, to derive the psi plus, remember, one has to incorporate E plus energy expression into the any of the secular equations. Either by 8, one could use 8 equations or 9. So suppose if I use 8 equations, okay, so I will get C1 must be equals to C2. Remember, so this is equation 10. So thereby, thus the Hitler-London wave functions correspond to E plus must be equals to psi equals to C1 into psi1 plus psi2. Because in the earlier beginning stage, we don't know C1 must be equals to C2 or not. So that could be confirmed after incorporation of E plus into the secular equations only. Okay, so suppose if I put E plus into the 8th or 9th equations, I will get C1 must be equals to C2. Therefore, trial functions could be written as psi equals to C1 into psi1 plus psi2. Okay, and then this equation is having coefficient values. C1 will be there, isn't it? So for the value of C1 can be found by requiring that the psi must be normalized. This psi must be normalized. Then only C1 value could be derived. So under that circumstances, I hope by solving the normalization expressions, I get C1 as 1 by square root of 2 into 1 plus s square. Okay, remember. So this is the C1 value for Hitler-London equations. This this is possible only after the substitution of E plus energy into the any of the secular equations. Okay, so for if I put E plus into the secular equations, I get C1 as 1 divided by square root of 2 into 1 plus s square. Okay, so therefore this Hitler-London wave functions, normalized wave functions will be psi plus must be equals to 1 divided by square root of 2 into 1 plus s square into psi plus psi 1 plus psi 2. This is only this equation will be achieved after the substitution of E plus into the energy expression. Suppose if I substituted E minus equations into the any of the secular equations 8th or 9th, okay, so the C1 value will be 1 divided by square root of 2 into 1 minus s square. Okay, so to get this C1 value, Hitler-London wave functions, that psi 1 must be equals to C1 into psi 1 minus psi 2 it is, because after substitution of E minus into the any of the secular equations, one could get C1 must equals to minus C2 only. Therefore, the Hitler-London wave functions will be psi equals to C1 into psi 1 minus psi 2. Okay, so to get the C1 value, requiring that one could found by requiring that the psi must be normalized, and by solving this normalization equations, remember, okay, under that conditions, it will be like that psi 1 square minus 2 into psi 1 psi 2 plus psi 2 square. Here it will be C1 square 1 minus 2s square plus 1. So therefore it will be C1 must be equals to 1 divided by square root of 2 into 1 minus s square only. So therefore this wave functions associated with E minus will be psi minus equals to 1 divided by square root of 2 into 1 minus s square into psi 1 minus psi 2. This will be the 13th equation. This is possible only after the substitution of E minus into the secular equations. Okay, so this is possible after the incorporation of E plus into the any secular equations. Okay, remember. So like that we have to simplify the wave functions expression for hydrogen molecule according to the Hitler-London treatment. Okay, thank you. This is about the valence bond treatment of hydrogen molecule.